The Spring Invitational is back in action at Venture Academy in Stockton, California. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. You're watching NorCal Sports TV. We have the Hayward Panthers and the Swarm starting us off here on court number 1. I'm once again NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. I'll be joining you for the rest of the night here at Venture Academy. Had a lot of great games so far. Make sure to go back and watch them anytime on demand here on NorCal Sports TV. And our upcoming schedule today will be live, and then later on, you watch those on demand as well. Here are the Hayward Panthers starting us off. Tran underneath, double team, swarmed, and a foul. 2 18-minute halves will be at play here. The Hayward Panthers, we just saw the older team of the Hayward Panthers, the 15-16 under on court number 2, pull off with a victory in the very end with a three-pointer to put them ahead by a point and win that game. The Swarm pull up for 3, misses, offensive board, floats it right back up and in for number 23, Gabriel Venegas. Push on the side, bringing the ball up the court. They'll stay right with the Hayward Panthers. Inbound a little long, stripped away by Eli Benuelos. Swarm setting up their play. They got a baseline with Eli Benuelos looking up and over inside the paint, kick it out, looking for that open shot. They finally have a look at 3. Bounces off the brick, and it comes down. Last touched by the Swarm. Hayward Panthers will get the ball back, but the Swarm not taking a rest. They will play full court pressure in hopes to create turnovers and keep themselves alive with an early lead. Nearly works out initially, but Hayward Panthers able to break it. Man, right underneath. Defense got there, put the pressure. It's up and through for 2, number 34, Jakob Petros. It's a 4-2 lead for the Hayward Panthers. The Swarm looking to capitalize and tie it right back up. Swing to the corner, a little outside. Able to reel it in, though, Malachi Powell. From the corner, good-looking 3, a tad short. Powell trying to save it, stepped on the baseline in doing so. Turnover to the Panthers. It's again the Panthers breaking the press. Had a wide-open man, now struggling. Will have to reset the offense despite what should have been a wide-open look and into a wide-open deuce. Floats it up with the left. It comes up short, right back on it. It's the Hayward Panthers, Jakob Petros. Gives it up, Petros with the right hand. That one short again. And a stagnant stretch of scoring as the Swarm will go in transition with the right hand scoop. And it wraps around for 2. Panthers back to Petros. Wraparound pass escapes the Panthers, and it's right back to the Swarm. Swarm wants to talk about it. A tie game at 4 apiece. 4 minutes into play at the NorCal Sports TV Spring Invitational. One falling down. NorCal Sports TV Spring Invitational is live at Venture Academy High School in Stockton, California. If you're looking to watch some basketball today but not interested in March Madness, well, you can come down And watch at Venture Academy, some great AAU basketball. Right now, we have the Hayward Panthers and the Swarm currently tied at 4 apiece. 4 minutes into play. Seen a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals, a lot of motion, a lot of movement, and yet the score still remains 4-4. Here's Petros. He gets a steal as it enters the paint. 2-step down the court, poked right away by Daryl Scott. That is a veteran-level move, able to poke that in as they drop the ball down. But then on the opposite end, the Swarm lose it with number 33, Malachi Powell, back and forth. Powell will get it right through after the assist from Eli Benuelos. Swarm now up by 2, 6-4. 20 seconds of chaos ensuing right out of the break. Panthers traveling is Milan Duvic. Swarm call out their play right underneath the basket, looking for the highest chance possible to get another bucket. Powell, high arcing, looks good, breaks off the block, offensive board, sets another three from the opposite corner. Benuelos trying to push it around. The Panthers got a handle on it. Fast break down the left side. Vo pushed from behind, doesn't get the scoop. Have to earn his points from the free throw line. This is Chase Vo. Doesn't quite get the first with a slight miss. Second one goes down for Vo. Hail Mary pass all the way down to Daryl Scott with the right hand. Gets another deuce. Transitional basket. Panthers weren't paying attention to where the players were at. So we have a foul on the movement down. I believe that was Jason Venegas getting called for the push. Panthers break the press. 2-on-1 for the time being. Pressure came from behind, swatted out by Eli Benuelos. No contact with either the player or the ball, and the miss still ensued right on the bottom of the backboard. Venegas dishes off to Daryl Scott, pulls up for three, too long. Vo got the board, it gives over. Petros misses the break. Powell, another deep pass. This time it's to Gabriel Venegas, and it stays with the Swarm. Substitution comes in for Powell. In the place will be Isaiah Powell. Venegas works on Vo. Double team, switches over to the left side corner. Extra step leads to a travel, packing back to the Hayward Panthers. Panthers still trying to replicate a break of that press. They get by easily this time. Right back down to Jakob Petros. Wraps around up and over with the right hand. Petros doing a lot of work for the Panthers. Panthers replicating the press, staying in front, trying to trap him. Some extra contact leads to Swarm basketball with a foul on number 15, Chase Vo. Three ball. Deep three-point range. Splashes through. Nothing but nylon for Sam Cervera. Vo gives it out. Hayward Panthers get past the timeline. The second to spare. Petros back with it. Opposite baseline. Looking for an open three. He gets it off, but it's long. The Swarm wrap it down. Benuelos up to an open Cervera. He hit the three, but he can't connect on the right-hand lay. Donovan Smith got the miss, hit the deck, and traveled. So it's right back to the Swarm underneath the basket where they're trying to score. He gets it in. Tries bumping low, forced to kick out. Corner three, looks good. No, rattles off. Ball jarred loose again. This time it is Daryl Scott, the foul for the Swarm. Inbound to Vo. A little contact early. Slips through the hands on the pass. Regain. The Panthers put it up and down for two. That's number 26, Melo Sabaranis. Scott floats. No. Petros cleans the glass. Panthers will bring it down with Donovan Smith. Picked up the dribble at the logo. Petros over the top. Tries to bounce pass underneath the basket. And Benuelos got a leg in the way. Sam Cervera, two hands on Donovan Smith as he was trying to push through. Got to keep the hands away from the body or else it's going to be called. Venegas got in the way of Soberanis. We have a 1-and-1. Only 11 minutes into play. It's the 7th foul on Swarm and only 1 on the Hayward Panthers. Attempt misses on the 1-and-1. Here go the Swarm. Down by 2. Excuse me, up by 2. Count the basket and one more. A possible three-point play for Eli Benuelos. 13-9, the Swarm lead in the fouls. Not necessarily affecting the game so far. Two-man substitution coming for the Hayward Panthers. Donovan Smith and Chase Vo exit the game. Miss on the free throw. Deep pass taken, but a backcourt violation. Another foul on a reach. That is Sam Cervera. That is the 8th foul on the Swarm now. Just under 6 to play in the first half. Free throw gets the roll. He'll have one more. One of two at the free throw line. Panthers nearly get an offensive board after the miss. Thrown back in by Soberanis. Swarm get there first. Benuelos to the corner for Daryl Scott. Benuelos up and over Petros. A foul underneath. 2 free throws, and I believe that's the second time the Swarm will be shooting at the free throw line. Ben Willows, the first misses long. Ben Willows, second one, misses as well. 13-10. Swarm still up just by a few. Duvic kicks it out. The 3 ball, no good. Ball comes loose. Ben Willows will lead it up court for an open Jaden Broom. Takes an extra step and the travel called from backcourt. A great call, the right call. Few more substitution. Powell coming back into play. That's Malachi Powell. And number 23, Gabriel Venegas, re-enters the game for Swarm. Want to keep their 3-point lead. Panthers moving. Here's Petros. A 15-footer, no. Petros gets his own miss. Fighting past Ben Willows. A foul, and it's offensive. It goes the other way. Ben Willows. Dribble picked up due to the defense. Great ball fake. Ben Willows stopped into Malachi Powell. That's good for 2. 15-10. Slowly increasing the lead. Travel called on Duvic. Head back to the Swarm as they make another substitution. Daryl Scott exits the play. Three from the corner. It's long, pulled down by Milan Duvic. Panthers have had a steady streak without a bucket. They try flinging it into Petros. The ball goes baseline, and it stays with the Hayward Panthers. Still looking for that first bucket in a few minutes. Down by 5, looking to head into the half with either a tie game, one-possession game if possible. But they only have 90 seconds to get that scoring done. Very low-scoring first half so far through 18 minutes. Puts it up from 15 out. Chase Vo, the board, hesitating. Goes in from 12. That one's long. Ben Willows facilitates to the left side wing. That 3 ball again misses long. Ben Willows up and over. He got the roll. Extends it to 7-point lead. Petros. Bounce pass underneath. The 15-footer a little long. Petros right back in there. The first bucket for the Panthers in a few minutes. Only 30 seconds to go now in the first, but it's back to a 5-point difference. Venegas switches court. Petros gets in front of it, trying to chase it down, but not enough speed to get there and beat the ball out. Here's the inbound. Five seconds to get the final shot off. Venegas loses it. It's off Petros. Thought about the full court shot, not going to attempt it. So at the end of the first 18, the Swarm lead by 5, 17-12 against the Hayward Panthers.
From Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people, And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
From Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
From Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me.
At the end of one, Team Swarm up by 5, 17-12 against the Hayward Panthers. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and it's a low-scoring affair for the first half. Only a 5-point difference, but both teams below 20 points. And the Panthers, they were fouled quite a bit by the Swarm, but Swarm didn't let them affect the game that much. They got to the free throw line quite a few times, but not a lot went down either. So the Swarm, they're trying to limit those fouls so that the Panthers don't have that opportunity to get to the free throw line and get easy shots that they're not going to be defended by. So the Swarm need to keep their hands to themselves. And for the Panthers, well, they've gotten down the court quite a bit. They've gotten the ball to Jakob Petros a lot down off the low block, but he just takes a little bit too much time releasing that ball, and the defense is able to get down there and stop him in time. So he has to release that ball a little bit sooner, because it's a great game plan. He's a little bit bigger than the other kids. He's able to hold that ball up high and release that, and he will most likely get fouled if they continue to get it off in time as well. So that's something that the Hayward Panthers have to look for. And once again, the Swarm keep doing their game plan, but just keep your hands to yourselves. Don't pick up those fouls. Here's Petros now getting the board for the Hayward Panthers. Leading up court is Milan Duvic. He goes up and over looking for an open attempt. Benuelos attacks high, picks up the foul. Here's Tran. And another foul will occur, and I believe this is on Swarm. Up and down, Milan Duvic connects on the bucket there. Venegas. Wrap around, kick right back out. Benuelos, he looks at three. No. Tran pushed forward a little bit too soon. Powell got in between. Here's Daryl Scott. Benuelos drives over Petros. He's got the deuce. Benuelos, a steal. Fouled. Good. A three-point play occurring for Eli Benuelos of the Swarm. Back-to-back buckets and an attempt to make it 5 straight points. Substitution for the Panthers. Maddox Vo goes out. Donovan Smith will be in his place. For the three-point play, he's got it. Travel on the Panthers, they just can't catch a break. First, the Swarm defense is very strong, and then secondly, turnovers don't help. 24-14, Swarm in a double-digit lead. Powell might extend, high arcing, back iron. Scott tips it into Smith. Smith picked up his dribble. He's triple teamed. He breaks it. Now looking at a 3-on-2. Good pass, good play. Finding it down to Jarek Tran, who puts up the bucket for the Panthers. Swarm, another three. Frozen rope right off the backboard. Donovan Smith will lead it behind the back. Broken up by Braden Volpa. Panthers got it wildly on the sideline. Petros to the rack, fouled. 2 free throws to him as the foul is on Daryl Scott. Petros misses the first. Second one, no good. Another turnover caused by the Panthers. Powell lost the handle, and here comes a Swarm substitution. Jason Venegas enters for Powell. Isaiah Powell gets the ball back for the Swarm as soon as they turned it over. Now here, Daryl Scott. 4 players on him. Ball's tied up. Another substitution comes in for Swarm, takes out Isaiah Powell after picking up that foul on the sideline. Smith, double teamed. He's in a lot of trouble, but the Panthers able to call the timeout in time. 24-16, the Swarm still with a large lead, just under 12 to play. One falling down. 24-16, Team Swarm with an 8-point lead over the Hayward Panthers. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, for the Spring Invitational, brought to you by NorCal Sports TV. Currently, we're at Venture Academy in Stockton, California. We'll be live for the rest of the day, so come out and join us or continue to watch here on NorCal Sports TV. An 8-point lead for the Swarm seems like a lot, but the Panthers, they've been doing some work in the second half to try to change that, although not everything has been working for either team. The Swarm have been obviously scoring machines throughout the game, but yet at the same time recently haven't been able to put the ball in the hole, and it's been back and forth turnovers and steals. Once one team breaks out of that, they'll definitely have a possible conclusion. Panthers out of the break, find Chase Vo. Donovan Smith is at the top, trying to break away from his primary defender, that is Daryl Scott. The give up to the baseline, split the defense. Benuelos came behind, tied it up, and batted the ball down. They're going to give that one as a forced turnover by Benuelos. Jason Venegas, currently ball in hand, yo-yoing at the logo. Daryl Scott will switch back the court. Benuelos from the corner trying to wrap around to help out his teammate Mason Serrano. Scott. Back over to Volpa. Volpa holds the ball inside, swatted at by Petros, and the body contact leads to a foul and 2 free throws. Volpa earns his first. Second one, no good. Benuelos, the offensive board. He does it twice. He earns the bucket and a 3-point play for Benuelos off a missed free throw from Volpa. The Swarm taking time off the clock and earning points while they do it. 27-16. It was just an 8-point lead, and now it's 11. The scorebook says that's 5 fouls on Melo Soberanis. So he will be replaced by Varan Arashvara, excuse me. 3-point play for Benuelos is good. 28-16. The Swarm now up by 12. Panthers stick with it here. Smith gives it up left side, just out of reach. Gives it right back to the Swarm. Here's Benuelos. He launches a triple. He gets a triple. Benuelos is on fire and a scoring machine for Swarm. 31-16. Here's a steal. Wrap around the back pass. Oh, a highlight play by Benuelos despite the miss from Serrano. Smith Launches under the basket, lost it again. That's Varan Arashvara losing the handle. Panthers with another sub. Donovan Smith heads to the bench. Here's Jarek Tran in play now for the Hayward Panthers. Meanwhile, Swarm 31-16. Broke the tradition of turnovers and giving the ball up and started making baskets instead. We'll see if they can continue. Venegas, sidestep with the help of a screen. The three ball goes short. Arashvara throws it up to Vo. Vo, tipped away by Broom, stays with the Panthers. Quick inbound. Little body bump. Arashvara trying to break Broom. Help defense comes over. Leads to an open three. Nothing but net for number 30, Jarek Tran, who launches it from deep. Broom takes an extra step inside. His three ball answer does nothing. Duvic. Underneath, Petros can't keep it alive. The steal, Duvic, he's got it back for the Panthers, unleashes the three. The rebound attempt by Mason Serrano gives it right back to the Panthers, who will look at another offensive attempt. (31-19), the Swarm still up big. Panthers looking to change it, but they throw it off the kneecaps of Milan Duvic when they had one of their best chances to score. Venegas steps inside the three-point line and got it to go. Though uses the handle to get past Broom, but another wild pass turns it over. Foul down low, pushes with two hands. It's the fifth foul on the Hayward Panthers as the quick inbound releases to Venegas. Petros will get the ball for the Panthers. In front, bulldozes, launches, good, and one more for Jakob Petros. A possible three-point play. Jakob Petros for the three-point play. Doesn't convert. Venegas, the board for Swarm. Now it's all up to time management. They're still up big. You don't want to break this lead. Hayward Panthers head coach knows what they need to do. Full court press doesn't help. They break it. Have a strength in numbers here. 3-on-2. Petros. Good. Got the rattle. Game's back down to 10. Powell picks up the ball, and a foul will be called on Chase Vo. Vo didn't know what he did wrong, and the coach says, you know what, don't worry about it. We're just going to play this one out. Venegas holds, gives it to the cutting Powell. He misses. Powell on the ground. Keeping it alive is the Hayward Panthers' Varan Arishvara. See what they can do in transition. Bo gives it over. The three, no. Jump ball. Powell and Petros are tied up, and it goes down for the Swarm to take advantage as they send in two-player sub. Daryl Scott back in. Braden Volpa, the other. Daryl Scott finds it open. Powell, sidestep with a dribble. No. Powell to Daryl Scott with a full head of steam. He got in front, and he's got another deuce. Extends it to 12. Final 2 minutes to play. Nico Petros will pick up the available ball. Trapped in the corner. Nico Petros will head to the sideline and take a rest for the final 90 seconds. With that foul, it's a 1-and-1. Shot goes short. Offensive board for the Swarm, and then hacked at by Arish Vara. This will also be a 1-and-1. As the ball able to drop. Final 35 seconds, and the Swarm will be taking this one. 2 for 2 at the free throw line for Mason Serrano, and now the Panthers. They just want to end this game with a good play. Duvic. Outside, Tran goes from right to left. Vo, 3. Good! Banks it through. 37-26, and now the final seconds, the Swarm just have to dribble it out. And they'll do just that. We'll have our NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp Player of the Game in just a moment, so don't go away. It's the NorCal Sports TV Spring Invitational.
Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence, and this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how...
Our NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp Player of the Game, Eli Banuelos. Congratulations. A very solid performance, and one thing that stuck out to me was the physicality that you play with. A lot of players, especially at a younger age, just don't have physicality, and they're not very aggressive. So how did you learn that ability, and how do you know where to use it on the court?
I learned from just trying my hardest and playing at my best abilities and helping my teammates out.
Is there any NBA player or professional ball player that you've learned from as well in that aspect?
Yeah, Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course, a great player to do that. Is there any other player that you model your game after that you'd like to shout out?
Katie.
All right, and one more question about your performance. How do you feel about it? A lot of players come in here, they do really well. I ask them, and they say, oh, I could have done better. But breaking it down, how do you feel?
I feel like I played good, but I could play better.
Of course. Solid answer that we always get here. Yeah. Well, congratulations again on NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp Player of the Game.
Thank you.